Hello and welcome to episode number 1 of this knitting podcast. My name is Y-ull-ie and I'm talking from Sweden, where I live in Stockholm with my boyfriend. And I'm gonna start showing you what I've knitted, what I've been knitting on. I started knitting 2 years ago during pandemic. I was unemployed and I didn't have a lot to do, couldn't do a lot. And for some reason, YouTube suggested me a video about 2 knitters, Arne and Carlos, which are from Norway. And it's quite fun. I like the combo of the one complementing each other. And they talk about yarn, they knit the Norwegian style, and then YouTube sent me to Knitting Traditions video, and I really like that too, her content. I also started watching Fiber Tales podcast. I really love the whole Scandinavian foresty, like quite moody podcast, and her style, I really like it too. So that's when I picked up knitting, and I've been learning by myself, and this is the first time I record, so it's gonna be very a lot of anyway. So what I am knitting. I started knitting this knitted top from Jessie May Designs, and it is the Twisted Rib Bralette, my secret summer top. Not Twisted Rib, really. I don't even know what that is. That's the... So here is where I'm at. I need to knit 4 more centimeters to the body so I can start with the chest area. It's a bit more ease than it needs to be because I was worried it would be too tight and I wouldn't wear it, but I am a bit worried also because I want it to be kind of a bra, like not wear it without a bra. So I don't know about that. How's it gonna turn out? And this knitted in yarn that I don't know the name of. I will put it here somewhere. But it's the one that I bought in Berlin in a shop, and I really love these colors. I think it is really cute. And I never knitted with variegated yarn. So this is the first time I'm doing this. Second work in progress is this one is being stopped for quite a while. It is my Felix cardigan by Petite Knit, and I've knitted in Sunday yarn, color gray, I don't know, and knitting for olive mohair. It is quite wrinkled, but I stopped after it got warm in here in Stockholm, and it's warm only on summer. Sometimes it's not. No, it is warm. So I didn't want to knit with this woolly things. I started getting obsessed with summer tops, and I said, I need a summer top. I never knitted a summer top. I need to do it. So I just stopped during after I knitted the body, so I have to knit the sleeves. And this is, it's missing the sleeves. This is my second cardigan that I knit. The fabric is quite beautiful. I really love the halo of the mohair. And you can kind of see that there is some holes here where I did the short rows. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. That was the table, by the way. So I have to see if I can fix this hole somehow. I don't know. I have no idea what to do. I'm a beginner knitter, I can say. I like knitting with quite small needles. I like doing lace. Yeah, I do. Like cables and stuff. Even though I don't have a lot with it. I will show you what I have. Maybe in the next episode. What I have knitted, which is a headband. So I quite enjoy, but I also enjoy stockinette. I enjoy pearl knitting. I don't know. I like to do everything, I guess. I don't have anything like, I hate this thing. Except from my cord binding. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, it gets too tight or not. I guess every beginner knitter kind of suffers with that, right? I expect so anyway. Cast on, cast off. I also don't know if I can call myself a beginner. Maybe it's beginner to intermediate. But I don't know a lot of things. I mean, I'm still learning about yarn, fabric, different types of like, I don't know anything about gauge. So I sometimes I do like a gauge, what is the name of the thing? Like a test. Oh, forgot the name. I don't know. Gauge swatch, a swatch. I do sometimes a swatch, but not always. I didn't do for this, I didn't do for this, and I definitely didn't do for this. So it's almost never, let's say. But I know more or less my measurements and I try to go by that. It's usually medium to large or large. I'm quite short. I have 1.53 meters. So, and I think my torso, I don't know. I think it's short. I'm not sure. But I have not a lot of boobs. But so it's always hard for me to find shirts because I have quite a large back also. So this area needs to be quite large, but at the same time this is small. My arms are quite large also. It's the area that I'm most self-conscious about, I guess. It's the arms, even though I like to wear shirts like this. So, I don't know. It's definitely not the Swedish standard of body, I can say. Whenever I try to buy a shirt, it's always like, you know when you have buttons in your shirt? Or it could be a blazer, think about it. It's always like open here. So I always need to like put a pin or knit another button. I don't know, I never did that, but it's always like showing my bra. It's like a hole like this. Yeah, I don't know. And when I buy blazers, it's always stuck here. Like this part is very stretched because I guess this distance here between back and the front is very big compared to, I don't know, thin people standards with not large backs, like very petite. I don't know. I think I can call like I'm petite, but I'm kind of medium to large size. I cannot. It was always also hard to find pants for me because I'm short, so I always have to crop the legs, and I have a quite big booty, I can say. Large hips, and yeah, I mean, not a standard body, but I cannot complain. Like, it's not like I don't find patterns that fit me. It's just that it's hard to understand the proportions, and I always look like either like the shirt is like too big, or it is too small, like tight in some places that it shouldn't. I don't know. It's hard to feel like I'm, like, you know, when a person you look like, wow, this fits like really well on that person, like a clothes. I don't think I ever had this feeling like this is quite the perfect fit in my body. So anyway, if I miss some words, it's because I am from Brazil, so I speak Portuguese. English is my second language. I've been living in Sweden for 5 years now, so I speak some Swedish. You can say basic to intermediate also, like my knitting. And that's it. Oi, that's it. Okay, next, stop blabbering, Yuli. Next work in progress is my Cumulus t-shirt. There it is. I quite like to wear black, so I don't have a problem with colors. Like, there's not a single color that I don't like, I guess. I don't use a lot of colors, but I guess I used to use more when I was living in Brazil, because it's sunny and I feel like wearing colors. But here in Stockholm, it's quite, people use beige, black. That's it, you know. And I quite like that too. So this is my Cumulus t-shirt. It's very dirty, as you can see. I've knitted the body and the ribbing in 3mm needle. This is a circular needle that I bought from, I believe it's Ito. The yarn, the same as the yarn, the Japanese one. It's the only bamboo needle that I have. And I really like this one. It's 3mm needles. It's the only needle size that I didn't have in my kit. I have Y-ull-ie kit, red lace, I think it's called. I can show it later. Anyway, everyone knows what it is. But I quite like the cable on this cord to be light. And anyway, I bought this one as without knowing that it was the only number that I missed in my kit. Or did I buy this one first and then the kit? I guess so. Yeah, it was by mistake. Like I entered a knitting shop, I didn't have needles, so I was like, this looks pretty and a quite nice size. I believe that my favorite knitting needle size it's kind of this one. It's a small needle. It can be bamboo or metal. I like both. They have different feelings, but I like to knit with both. And so I can do stockinette really fast. So I never knitted. I guess my favorite needles is this size, and knitting things like this, which people maybe find boring, but I like it. I watch TV, I do it. That's it. What was I saying? Yes. Okay. Yeah, since, like I said, I don't know anything about yarn. I don't know if this, like when I say I like to knit this kind of things, like very like thick fabric and up, I don't know if this is fingering or DK. To be honest, I don't know the difference. If you look at this yarn, this is a Viking Bambino, and I started knitting with this yarn and this t-shirt because it's exactly what Inga is knitting for her. I like black. I like the Cumulus. I had already the pattern, so I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. I kind of miss a black shirt. I have a lot of black t-shirts, but not knitted ones. So that's what I started doing, just literally copying her. This I-cord bind I did with the same size. I didn't change needles to be smaller. So you can see that it's like, whoop, turning around a little bit. So So I might need to undo that and then do it with smaller needles, so it gets stuck in place and tightens up a bit this bottom part. But like I said, I'm not good at cord binding. I'm not good at, because I have quite large hips, as I said, and I have knitted this Cumulus t-shirt before. Almost finished object. Actually, it was a finished object, which I knitted in Knitting for Olive silk, pure silk, in a quite beige white. It was really beautiful, but the thing is, I made a lot of mistakes because it was my first t-shirt, so you can definitely see it with that yarn. It's easy to see. And the bind off, I did it and it was so tight. I couldn't put it in here in my hips. Anyway, I hated it and I frogged everything. And I have the yarn, it's frogged, but with this one, I think I've tried it on and it looks okay. Of course, there's some mistakes here and there, but nothing that would bother me to wear. And the bind off, because that other one was too tight, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna continue doing with the same needles, and I think it's gonna be large enough for my hips. It's not gonna be like stuck in. Anyway, and no, it didn't work. It is like rolling up. So yeah, fuck me. I don't know what to do. Sorry. I would just change needles and try a smaller size, because I'm not gonna frog the whole thing because of the bind off again. Yeah, I am quite chaotic with words, communication, and knitting process. I don't have a process. Like, I cast on what I want to cast on. I knit what I need to cast on. There's a lot of holes in my wardrobe that I need to fill. I've been a person that I don't like a lot to spend a lot with clothes. Like, I wear them until they rip them out. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. I feel very well dressed when I put dressed on clothes. And I kind of don't like it. I like to be kind of casual, comfortable, nothing pressing my belly. These kind of things. So I will really have to change. I don't know, start experiment with more like fitted tops. And like I said, I'm very self-aware with my body issues. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. What else do I have to say? This is the knitting, my work in progress. Oh no, I have another one. Just in there in my kitchen. Okay, so I am quite a monogamous knitter, I guess. I've always knitted, like, I'm kind of a perfectionist in the sense, not like things look neat and perfect, but I frog it a lot if I don't like it. I don't mind. I prefer to do something that I will wear than not do something that will stay there. And what's the purpose, you know? What was I saying that? Yeah. Perfectionist? Ah, yeah. I don't know what's related to this. But another work in progress and a chaotic thing that you'll see. Welcome to me. Welcome to Y-ull-ie's life. It is. I bought this yarn in the Stockholm Yarn Festival here in Sweden. It's the first yarn festival that I was. I guess before the pandemic they kind of stopped. So, and I bought this is Nutritious yarn, I guess it's called. I think it's hand dyed. Again, don't know the weight. It's very sheety now. It's a beautiful yarn, but I'm sorry, I ruined it. I'm a bad person. What happened? I bought the skein. It was a beautiful twisted skein, and then I started rolling into a ball, and then this happened. Actually, it was way worse. It was like everything did like this. It was in a knot like this. So I'm working my way through. This is the second week I'm untying this fucking knot because I don't have a wind. What's the name of that thing? You know. And I didn't think about putting in a chair and then doing. I don't know. I've seen people do that in like the back of a chair, but so it doesn't unravel like this. So yeah, it's a mess. It's very dirty. I'm sorry. I've been untying this knot for the second week now. I went camping last week, and it's going. It is going places. It is looking horrible. But when I knit, I guess I can take off these bumps of yarns. And I am really sorry. This yarn was so beautiful. But it's okay. I think I'll wash it and we'll be okay. Anyway. And it was quite expensive. I mean, I don't remember how much I paid, but anyway. The work in progress is it is a bag. So my first knitted bag. That I saw on Ravelry. I wanted like to knit this cool, trendy. I don't know how to crochet, so I cannot do anything about that. So I wanted a knitted bag, not one to carry like vegetables, like people have like quite open net. I like that too, but this one is quite smaller gaps on the holes, and it's called, don't know the name. But I just started the base, as you can see. It's just stockinette stitch. It's gonna be a 10 centimeters base, and then you build up with the net, and there's just one handle. What is that called in English? Words. Yeah, so I'm excited about this because I don't have a lot of bags. I have this Uniqlo crossbody bag, and like I said, don't like spending a lot of money with clothing and things like that. So I kind of like a window shop everything. I put everything in the cart, and then I don't buy it. So I've been looking for this Coccinelle bag for like 3 years now, and it costs 300 euros, and it's a leather bag, brown leather, which I think is cute, could complement, I don't know, what I wear, but I don't buy it because I think it's so expensive, but I like it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have the money, like I work and I get a salary and don't have kids, I don't have dogs, I don't have anything to spend on. But I spend money on yarn. I can say that I started spending money on yarn, and I think it's so much nicer and cooler when you do your own stuff. So I'm excited to do things in my wardrobe that I actually am proud of. Like I don't want to just buy a shirt that is expensive. I don't know. Anyway, a tangent. What else can I say? These are the work in progress. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot for me. But I remember the perfectionist. Okay, I was telling that I was perfectionist, that I'm a kind of a OCD, obsessed, compulsive, like needs to do everything finish before I start the other one, and it has to be perfect. So I was a monogamous knitter until not a long while ago. So I would just knit let's say I start this one, I would knit until I finish so I can start another one. It's like a punishment. I don't know. It's like you need to finish this, otherwise you don't get to knit a new thing. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I start everything and I don't finish anything. It's like with books. When I read books, I don't like reading like 5 or 6 or 7 books at the same time. I like to read one book and I have to finish it because I probably bought it hard paper copy or Kindle, I don't know. I read it until the end, even if I hate it. So it's like a task I have to do, you know. I feel guilty if I leave it in the middle. So even if I hate it, I read it all the way to the end so I can start a new one. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. I don't know what is it. But that's just what it is. Sorry, it's a very messy kitchen. I will try to film the other episode in a different location, but I thought that the light here is quite good. Maybe it is not. I don't know. It's quite far from the window. It's where I sit. So I just started. I'm not even sure if this is going to go live because cringe. Watching myself talking. It's like just talking alone here in the apartment makes me feel like, what the fuck am I doing? But I love to watch knitting vlogs. It's like my favorite thing to sit and watch. Well, my favorites are, like I said, knitting traditions, Cat from Cat Weaver, James from James and Watts. What else did I watch a lot? Oh, there's a lot of them. Future Fiber, which I think is very funny. Like, I really can relate to her. I don't know why. It is funny. It feels like she's a bit like, sometimes, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm like that too. Anyway, and then I watch it on the TV, and sometimes my boyfriend is sitting with me in the couch and he watches, so it's funny because he doesn't knit. Well, he knows how to knit, but he kind of have his favorites too. So it's like, no, I don't like this one. This one I like. This one. His favorite it's Cat because he from Cat Weaver because he's my boyfriend is kind of like only wears black kind of person, like very, I don't know, and it vibes with her. Yeah, I guess that's it. So I don't have any finished objects to show. I do have finished objects, but I don't think I will show them today because this is just a test episode, and I think I will put this on like in like not with my name so people don't watch, you know, people don't know, like I cannot be embarrassed about it. I don't want people Googling me. Or who Googles me? No one Googles me. I'm not important. But then finding like, cringe. Okay. I have some finished objects, like I said. But it's like quite wintry accessories, or it's not a ton of things. But I just thought I would give this a go. Because why? Because I want to share and kind of document it for myself also, what I've been doing, and it's nice to see some progress in your skills. That's it. Stop blabbering. I'll see you in the next one if I don't feel so cringe about this one. Bye!